What is Scientology? Are you curious? It's okay to ask. It's okay to look. Just look for yourself. Many people have escaped and spoken out, and many books have been written, as well as documentaries like HBO's Going Clear and TV shows like Leah Remini, Scientology in the Aftermath, and even Time magazine. In the past year, many have joined the battle to expose Scientology on YouTube, with over 200 channels currently on offer. The information is out there. You just need to look for yourself.
But what was done to us as kids with our passports locked up inside of those hotels, like, why? We didn't think it was a crime. They told us it was a valuable document. Oh, here, you guys, give us all your passports. Those are just valuable documents. We can just keep them in a safe. And then when you really need it to renew your visa, as we were brought from other countries, as if I'm not from fucking Mexico. But no, yeah, I was brought here to what? To be a slave? Because apparently the Constitution that apparently abolished slavery is just a piece of nothing.
9 a.m. to 11 p.m., that's normal. That's normal, if not even underplaying how many hours a Sea Org member typically works. And there's no separate schedule in the Sea Org for minors. It is all the same.
Teams of people were sent out to retrieve me, to force their way into my parents' home, to search for me at every airport, bus station, train depot, wherever.
When I was 16, I was put into the RPF, the so-called hole, with self-admitted PEDOs. Everything that happened to us is still being done to kids as we speak, with everyone pretending that everyone's an adult inside these places.
The list is an art project, a 75-foot scroll that details almost 200 children born into Scientology that have since escaped and spoken out, as well as those who have passed before their time.
These are all kids that grew up in Scientology. All of these kids grew up in Scientology, brought to work in hotels, abused in indefensible, unthinkable ways.
Scientology launched in 1953 as an expansion of the best-selling book Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health, published by science fiction writer L. Ron Hubbard in 1950.
I am the writer of the textbooks of Scientology.
What began as a self-help philosophy was soon converted to a religion to capitalize on the financial benefits that entailed. Scientology was granted tax exemption in 1957, which was revoked in 1967. Scientology fought back and Operation Snow White began, the largest infiltration of the government in United States history, which was finally exposed by a coordinated FBI raid of various Scientology properties in 1977. 11 senior executives were jailed, including Mary Sue Hubbard, the wife of the founder. In 1989, the Supreme Court ruled that Scientology services constituted a quid pro quo agreement and were not eligible for income tax deductions. Despite this, an aggressive campaign against the IRS continued by targeting IRS agents personally with lawsuits and other forms of harassment. In 1993, IRS Commissioner Fred Goldberg finally relented to the pressures of Scientology and reinstated their tax exemption, overriding the Supreme Court decision and writing off $1 billion in outstanding taxes.
On October the 1st, 1993, at 8:37 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the IRS issued letters recognizing Scientology and every one of its organizations as fully tax-exempt.
Scientology has been repeatedly denied tax-exempt status in a majority of countries around the world. Most of Europe has denied Scientology tax exemption, with Germany declaring it an abusive business masquerading as a religion. Danish politicians are currently looking into their inhumane working conditions as it relates to children and other alleged abusive practices. Scientology, unlike any other religion, operates as a commercial enterprise, and adherents are required to pay for services at fixed prices, as well as being pressured to donate millions of dollars. The average cost of advancing to Scientology's highest levels can run upwards of $1 million for each believer. When elder members of the Sea Org become infirm and are no longer any use to the organization, they are encouraged to drop their body, a Scientology term for dying.
I kind of just deprogrammed myself and I thought, I gotta get out of here.
But she's one of dozens, if not hundreds of other elderly that are in the same situation. So maybe they'll stop embezzling money from old people. Maybe they'll give them some care, help them wash their clothes, take better care of them, and stop actually abusing.
Children as young as 9 years old are pressured into signing a Sea Org contract, committing them to 1 billion years of servitude, lifetime after lifetime. The teachings of L. Ron Hubbard deny the very right of children to be children, and claims they are reincarnated adults in little bodies, leading to acceptance and proliferation of all forms of child abuse, including sexual abuse.
For many years, I have understood that the sexual abuse of me was known and covered up by Scientology, but I didn't know the depths of it. I didn't know the details of how it was done. Now I understand that the cover-up was by design at all levels of the organization, from the bottom to the top.
It is a high crime in Scientology to report another Scientologist to law enforcement. Congressman Jamie Raskin has obviously taken the time to find out about Scientology. Will you? Thank you for watching. However, we have barely scratched the surface. The question is this: would you support holding congressional hearings into the illegal activities of Scientology and reconsider their tax-exempt status based on your findings? A simple yes or no. Your vote on this question will help us determine our votes in November. The time has come to shine a spotlight on and audit Scientology.
Just take a look at some of the stuff that's there and see if any of it makes any sense to you, and take it from there. I don't know what else to say.